It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough.
Oh, fucking hell, alright.
Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Fuck you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a fucking another series on Divinity. Original Sim. This one I want to do by myself. Kinda tired of waiting around for friends to come and play with me, so I finished the series with me.
After all.
So I'm just gonna play it by myself. See if we can finish it by myself. This is just after I was playing with my friend who I originally got playing this game with, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know if I'll actually finish the game with him. I do know that we're at least going to do the fort first. Or, of course, first. We're at least going to do the fort. After that, it's debatable. But
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin.
fuck you.
Fresh meat. Nice. Plump. Banded like a chicken's leg, too. That may be so, but look at the flies. And wisdom. Flies know when a creature will die. And it's around your head they're buzzing, not mine.
With two shakes of her stumpy tail, the sheep turns away from you to peruse her hay-filled manger.
One moment. The fuck? Really? So yeah, we're just gonna go through this. I know all about really what's in the fort and all that kind of stuff. How to get through this, so Yeah, I know most things. Not everything, but most.
I should have known there'd be trouble.
Yeah, you dumbass. You fell asleep.
I'm not one to let sleeping dogs lie.
I already know. Fucking kill this dude. Oh, I'll talk to him.
Hey! Hey! Get me out of this cage and a gentleman among jesters you are. Give that lever a pull, and I guarantee we'll both get something out of the deal. Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think. Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here.
Yeah, so.
The prisoner's buoyant voice darkens as his eyes rest on yours.
Ah, freedom. Tastes better than wine. I'm nothing if not a man of my word. And I did give my word I'd set you free, lad. Say your prayers while you've breath to speak them. The halls await.
Aww. I thought I just close him in. Nope. Okay.
Empty.
Gonna take that along with me. It'll be very useful. Oh shit. Forgot about that. God damn. Shit, I'm gonna die. Fuck. Damn it. Okay. Damn, you're still alive. Okay. Just kill him real fast.
I should have known there'd be trouble. I'm not one to let sleeping dogs lie.
What the? What? What the fuck? That was bullshit. Oh, fuck. Okay, this is getting real fucking annoying. This oil here. Yeah, that was bullshit.
You there. Come here.
I should have known there'd be trouble. I'm not one to let sleeping dogs lie.
fucker. Should go rest on that bed real quick. Okay, there we go.
Not the most elegant solution, was it? And I'm back where I started. Ah, nowhere to go but up.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of... There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash.
Fuck you.
In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to sauce. For good.
No known associates.
Good gods.
In fact, he seemed
There's
quite
been a
averse
murder
to
here.
spending time with the others.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source. We'll find out who did this. Speaking of,
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Figured as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Think about it. It's one of you who got killed, not one of us. We want to find who did it and bring them to justice. Who's your real enemy here?
both y'all fuckers.
You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
Easy now. You're paling me arse. Why don't you move along?
Fuck you.
Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. It's a small ship. His name was Finn. Oddball. Looked at me like he saw something he wished he hadn't before he came here. We'll find out who did it, one way or another.
A young Magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass.
Okay, you're not very friendly, are you?
The hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
Yeah, just fucking screaming for everyone else to hear that you're trying to escape.
I'm not suited for this. It's sea cow, not sea sheep. Haven't got any shears, have you? People these days.
So, we will actually have a full party of followers.
Your kind always
I already have what I want pretty much in mind,
wolves around a
but
campfire.
I'll let you guys basically guess until we come upon them.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with him.
Ah, there you are. Husband.
Would
you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this loser woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
The young woman seems about to raise her hand, but quickly remembers herself and nods pointedly at the excited children.
Who indeed? Why, my name is, Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb.
The children break out into giggles.
I say, it is.
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
Okay.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
You are chill, aren't you?
You presume right.
Bloody dwarves. I'll come back to you, and you better be ready to talk here.
Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Okay.
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right. I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mezd. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire. As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right.
Just kind of looting everything right now, but also trying to talk to some people.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else I can make.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
Are all I was given.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
The ship, of course.
There has been
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger. It's
He cocks his ear to the other side, then smiles.
anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate. That's all you hear, though. Listen close. We'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it. There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
Classify this slop as food. I've seen more appetizing things coming out of...
No, you beautiful idiot. That wasn't any rat. It was the wheel. Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Burn my beard. That means if we've been traveling for... Yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
No indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
Okay.
What's your name?
Gods, didn't your mother teach you any manners?
She got eaten by a void woken.
The Magisters are out for blood. You saw the body, didn't you? Big bruiser like you ought to be able to take 'em on.
Not sure about that.
I've seen more
No,
appetizing
maybe
things
one of
coming
them.
out of
Not all of them.
plague-stricken pigs.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
She shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid. Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
One of us would kill
Sure.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, you lay awake thinking of someone back home. A very special someone. You were reminiscing about the things you used to do together. Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret.
Sorry about that.
I don't lick and tell. Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you, man.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties. No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The Joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Easy now. I might think the same, but Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You, Lizard, what's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
Yeah, one of the reasons I came here was for this.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on. One of us. Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you to shut up? Lad? Insufferable, surely. I'll tell you if you keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
There's a killer about, after all.
Till overboiling a bit of cabbage becomes a crime, I shall hold my head steady.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mezd.
Name?
Your kind always hung closest to our divine.
The Divine Order wants to know.
Fucking hell.
Got this wolf on
I thought they weren't supposed to be so arrogant.
Well, you aren't here on my list. Scram, eh? We're trying to catch a killer here. Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
Fuck you.
My, we are fierce, aren't we? Not to worry. I'll soon remedy that.
Excuse you?
Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough.
Oh, goodness, no. And don't even mention the demon's testes that are turnips.
Huh?
On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. I shouldn't be getting my hopes up. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
The very basics, then. I suppose that's a start. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you can groom, but you have the taste buds of a dung beetle and the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit. That won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave. Ever so sorry.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sad about that, you fucker. Oh, fuck my back.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
My slave, of course. Oh, but I see. Yes, I suppose it must take some time for the full extent of my disheartening refusal to sink in. Still, hone your skills, and one day you may just qualify for a position in a lesser household than mine. You keep dreaming, you hear?
Wolves around a camp.
Uh-huh. You can fuck off.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
Soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
Forgive me, kin. Whether I had more than gruel to serve. If I'd more than cornmeal and rotting roots, I'd concoct something more fitting. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall. The indignity.
Yeah, fair.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out, flicks a finger against one of your scales, and rubs his chin.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part
Oh, please. I have no interest in... No. I want to know about the Celestial. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything else? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his book or respond to your questions.
Damn.
Slop as food. I've seen more appetite.
It's a register, sir. Good, good. You faring okay so far?
There's nothing else.
He tugs the collar of his uniform and chuckles.
Sorry you're upset, sir, but we all wear what we wear for a reason. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
There has
Yeah.
been a murder, Your Majesty.
And if she tries
Maybe
to run,
that
shoot
has the
that
Magister's more concern than your appetite.
You seem on edge, officer.
Don't you get
What on earth is the
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened?
Ooh, basically got my setup already.
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
The hound paws desperately at its snout. It winces as it draws blood from its wet black nose and continues scratching. The dog notices you for the first time and snarls, the hairs on its back prickling as it lowers...
Sorcerer!
It sneezes suddenly and paws at its nose once more.
Can't smell. Can't breathe. Too much sauce. Too much. Too much. Please, make it stop.
Sorcerer!
The dog whines and continues pawing.
Damn, that sucks.
Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
gods! By divine grace, what was...
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand.
Another sorcerer!
The Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen in place at the sight of you. He leaps to attention, then whispers loudly to the other Magister.
Don't just cower there, Rix! Take out your blood!
Rix raises his sword, which shakes to the rhythm of his trembling hand.
Fuck yeah. Just gotta wait for it to go out now. Fuck. Fuck it. Okay, let's finally try to get off this fucking ship. We're so close.
God damn it! Need to get off this wreck, and quick!
Should have put a point into Lucky Charm.
What in blazes? Something's pounding on the hull!
Fuck yeah, there is. A big something.
You pass through the door, and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No, no, no! What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid! No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to...
I know your god did not gift you with much, but kindly used the little you were given. Do you look at me and think, why yes, there is someone with organs enough to drown? Trifling matters like water and poison do not concern me. No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Once this glorified skiff hits the seafloor, I will simply walk to shore. Whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over. I believe you did, although I was wearing the face of an elf at the time. I had a mask rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little scene. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands. Indeed, just as sensible as getting off a sinking ship and leaving a fellow to his business. I would say good day, but it seems quite likely that you're about to die a rather terrible death, so...
The skeleton shrugs casually and returns to his book.
Okay, thanks, Fane. Oh wait, hold on. Fuck. Wasn't what I meant to do.
The marking on the door, you press your palm against it, doesn't budge. The door groans.
Something's breaking through! What in the hell are those things? Deathball! I need to get out of here, now!
My package might be here. Okay, we gotta end this up soon. Fucking... Fuck you. That's basically how that just went. No fucking... Okay. Fucking getting the fuck out of here finally.
A lifeboat! That means there's still a chance!
Oh yeah, so we gotta go back for the others to make sure that I can get some companions.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby.
You see those
I'm skipping this because you can just watch the other series.
You're gonna be the death of me. Had to open.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. Wait! Void Woken!
They who are about to triumph salute you.
I thought Void Woken was supposed to be scary.
Let the games begin.
I've faced worse.
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
Just looting real quick. Finally.
There's no time.
I have plans for you, child. Rise
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan. Those Voidwoken made short bloody work of the ship.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Am I the lone survivor?
So,
Seems someone, something, wanted me alive.
yes. So, real quick, we're going to level up and then move on. So, I want to get a few things, I think. First off, let's get not sure. I think Necromancer. Yeah. Oh, then I'm gonna wait on that for a little bit because, well, let's think for me. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm gonna go Persuasion. And then two levels into that so I can get shields. Okay, and then let's get on with it.